Excuse me, sorry, oh my God. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope that you're doing amazing, phenomenal, feeling blessed, well invigorated, well spirited. All the good things on this beautiful, phenomenal day, week, month, year, night. Whenever you're watching it, bitch, you get what the fuck I'm saying. Anywho, anyhow, anyway. And now, what is that? A little piece of ash. Let me see. Okay. But my name is Latisse. I do readings on here as well as you can book readings with me down below. So let's check out my podcast down below. I guess that's all. That's it. That's all. Uh, Hi, Rudy. Uh, I don't do regular intros, but here we are. Let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to pick a card of what spiritual gifts are essentially be enhancing or that need a little bit more revision or just a little bit of work. Just what spiritual gift needs attention, I guess would be a better word for it. And I did want to do a pick a card for this. What the fuck? Why is my book all the way in there? Hold on. Just I have no idea why my book was in there. But we're gonna go ahead and do a pick a card in regards to your spiritual gifts. So go ahead and check it out down below, whichever one you feel called to. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number 133. Okay, let's see what spiritual gifts need your attention. What are heeding your informational calls? Okay, let's see. That's probably why y'all didn't want me to do that. hmm Your you have the spirit of discernment, like very very powerful. Everybody has a spirit of discernment. Everybody can trust their intuition and discern what they do or do not want. But you have a gift that is able to, they have lineups where it's like you're able to, which one is the person, which one is the person that did this. You're able to know exactly who the person is, what the thing is. It's almost like you have the spirit of discernment for people's gifts, for other people's talents as well as yourself. And you always see a clear path that is the least resistance. So you could also be a reader or a specialist in that type of way, but it's this discernment that you have where you're able to know exactly what somebody needs to fix. You can be a Reiki healer and seeing somebody that does needle therapy. So you're a way that your discernment gift, because it's not all discernment gifts are the same, Ashe. Your spirit of discernment is being able to heal people in a way to know exactly what they need to fix. Like, hey, you're feeling this, you need to do this. You need to remove this. It's no question of um, should or shouldn't this happen. You could have Libra in your chart, which people think Libras are indecisive. When a Libra's not in tune yet, they could be. They are literally about justice. They're literally the scales. They literally have to decide to keep the balance. So you're gonna have Libra in your chart. I'm seeing Aquarius in your chart, Leo in your chart, Pisces in your chart. A lot of it's what people don't expect from your discernment, and that's why I'm saying not the typical ones that you possibly get, such as Virgo or Capricorn or Scorpio. No, yours is in a way where it shocks people of how you're able to help them navigate life and decide things and see exactly what needs to happen. Right? Um, I'm hearing a choosy lover, a picky lover, but that's for a reason. You know exactly why. You know exactly. If you look at somebody like, if I was to have them in life, this will happen, this, and you've seen it play out that way. You also see that happen for other people. You see if they accept the job. You see if they don't move. And it's like, if you just do this, that flow, it's almost like, if anybody watches Naruto, shouts out to us. But if anybody watching Naruto, the Bakugan, right, they can hit chakra points. They know exactly what the chakra points is to stop the flow, not only of your chakra, for you to, do anything with that, but also for your nervous system, your body to shut it down, stop your heart, everything. And I feel like you guys have like this Bakugan power where you're able to see exactly what people's healing points are, where people's energy shifts are, where they need to make change or release obstacles and sense of that way. So you're pushing it into a motive perspective where you're allowing yourself to not be so easily accessible because of that gift that you have. So very strong empathetic powers, which is where it leads with that Leo energy, that big hearted energy. Yeah, you guys are the tower. Because the tower is an outside force shifting things. It is something that you cannot control. If it's upright, you like prepare for, you know, shit's gonna crumble. You know you're gonna get a new foundation or stand on a solider one. Refix that one. You know what I'm saying? If it's not in reverse, it's still gonna happen. Shit's still gonna change, but it's kind of pushing it. And you are people's tower card. So the tarot card could have been coming up in readings for you recently. Like I said, some can be tarot readers, but you are the outside force that people have no choice over, and that's why you have the spirit of someone like, no, I will not go out right now. No, I'm not going to talk to the person right now. No, I'm going. You know, because of your energy and the power that it holds and that gives. So it needs that attention of knowing that you are the tower. You have to know that you have a very strong source that whether you know it or not, once you decide to act in your life or in other people's life, that's going to make sure that Libra's coming up very strong here. I mean, your chart, you can have it in a house of Libra, the seventh house, but it's this energy where you're able to decipher, and that's why you look at people like, if they just do this, and it's like a ripple effect. You are the ripple effect, so it's coming in. Anything else in regards to the attention? Yeah. Come on now, Taurus energy, the high priestess energy, supreme knowledge, understanding, knowing, wisdom, guarding your heart in a sense of itself while still being open. Their hands are still open with their heart guarded. They're still able to receive and give while still guarding that space, that energy. That's why I said you guys can be very empathetic. Yeah. Eight of Wands. You guys are the crow. You're not what people expect. You heal and you change and shift ways in it, but because you are very discerning with where you put your attention, where you put your time. And in some ways you could feel like, dang, why did I do that? But then it immediately comes to a revelation of why you did, why it worked out, why it didn't work out. Like, it's very quick because you lead in a way that is very decisive. You lead in a way that is very short, very confident, even in moments of possible fear. But you're not what people are expecting. You're the outside force. You're not the people falling from the tower. You know, you are the heart and the energy of the high priestess. You are the crew bringing in the messages to people. You're not what people are expecting. And so they never know what to expect with you, but you always know exactly what to do and what to expect with self and your energy. So pay more attention to that because you are making the right decisions and you have made the right decisions. And when things start changing, shifting, falling apart, or moving, and or looking at a loss, it's because it's bringing in so much more because of what you do know. Taurus energy is wealth and abundance and worth in that, and recognizing that you are worthy of that. Some people don't like it, but everybody, not everybody. Some people get scared of the tower. Some people like me, I know some shit is going to shake up whether I know what to expect or not. So take that, recognize that, hold on to that. Your spiritual gift that needs attention is your discernment to choose to see what needs to shift and change and balance out those scales again. Leave that again. Operate in that sense again. Okay? Your truth and your message is coming in. Anything else? No. They say that that's all. So thank you, pile number one. I hope that you got what you needed and what you wanted and what you. Okay? With that being said and done, I love you. Love yourself some more. Till next time. Okay. Pile number two. Number three. Pile number two. The kids next door can listen to me because they keep going. I back and forth to it. Um, but let's see what spiritual gifts in regards to you is happening. Well, who is number three? Kids next door. Oh, I'm sorry. I watched that show to fall asleep. I think it was the leader's voice that really irritated me. So I never watched it even as a kid. I know. Um, you can be clear. What is it? The one with the clear audience? So you can hear things. Okay, the birds is talking extra loud. And I'm talking about the voice and how it kind of it's like you can. It's like you're the person like, did you hear that inflection of tone? Or did you hear that you're able to hear messages very clearly? So channel messages can be very significant. But like that's where your spiritual is leading. Yeah, the birds are talking. Birds can be very significant. You have a very strong voice. It's clear. It's these your throat and your ears. So you can be a medium. I'm seeing somebody that's a medium. Now somebody's laughing. Yeah, it's something to do with what you hear. And so that has to make you operate in a way of knowing your own voice, and that's why the throat is coming up. You have to know and distinguish your own voice. That is what can lead to spiritual psychosis, is people not being able to differentiate between what is what and who is who. And so I feel like what needs your attention is recognizing your voice and following that and your intuition, and knowing when it's spirit, knowing when it's energy, knowing when it's just a common, knowing when it's just, you get what I'm saying? So it leads you into that vibrational sense of that, and being able to recognize and take that in. So let's see what's leading them into this path of, yeah, very much mediumship, like being able to hear things. You can be somebody that also gets channel messages to write as well. You can be a singer or a writer, like a poet or like a songwriter. But that is a spiritual gift. I don't even realize that. I'm seeing somebody that does comedy. I talked about that in a short before, where I told um, you guys, the collective, essentially, that comedy is a spiritual gift. To be able to make people laugh, to be able to put them into a different realm in energy, it is needed, it's necessary, especially if they can pull from their own life and experiences and make you feel involved in that. That is a source of power and strength that a lot of people don't recognize. So I feel like that's what's coming in for you is, yeah, you're able to change it. You have to paint your wand, somebody that is creative, somebody that is trying new things, experimenting new things with their body. And the Three of Swords, where you are working through essentially, Three Swords is words, mouth, logic, air, communication, words. So again, this written energy, this hearing energy, and allowing that. And the fact that green is your heart chakra and you got the Three of Hearts, they want you to start speaking from your heart and moving and listening to it. Like I said, recognizing your voice, your intuition, and the others. And that allows you to navigate in a sense of more readiness, more preparedness. And like I say, when you cook a spaghetti, you throw a noodle against the wall, seeing what the hell is going to stick. So you're just writing to write. I'm hearing you're submitting your short stories. Um, I'm hearing you're sharing your like poetry or just um, readings that you've done. Not like tarot readings, but like book reviews. A lot to do with your voice in writing is really coming in here, and that's where your gift is coming in. So I feel like I'm hearing somebody say my magic ain't been working, but it has been. It has been, and you have to start moving in that mindset with this. Like this, your heart has been breaking because you're overthinking a little bit. So journaling can be very significant, especially since that is your spiritual gift, is being able to speak life. Everybody can do it, but not everybody can get it done. That's why they're saying it's working. Everybody can do it, but not everybody's getting it done. Like where it's not, it's going in. You're going in. But yeah, you feel like you're kind of at a stalemate with the fact that you keep getting swords, which is about communication, words, logic, and analyzing, coming together, putting together. The fact that you're getting these things, in a sense, it is allowing you to know that they need you to start journaling again. They need you to start listening to self again and speaking, singing, vocalizing. Even if you're not going to publish it, even if you're not going to start, you need to start sharing it with yourself. I want you to start recognizing your own voice and energy again, because I'm hearing it's going to need to be used soon. You're going to need to speak up for yourself soon. You're going to need to submit something soon. Um, Especially in the age of, yeah, that word is going crazy. Especially in the age of AI and all this stuff. It's like they want you to recognize your own work and the power that it has, and the strength that it has, and being able to cultivate that. Like, forget it. But I feel like that's kind of how you're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to keep going until somebody's like, "Damn, are you hearing this fucking bird?" And not to call you a fucking bird, but you have to. Your creative ideas need to be put out there. Your songs, your thoughts, your it needs to be put out there, even if it's just outside of your body. I feel like you're holding a lot in, and that's also why you're getting the three of swords. You're holding a lot in. You need to get that out on paper. You need to get that out on wax. I don't know if you even say that anymore, um, but you are also channeling for a lot of people. So those streams that you're getting, I'm hearing those are your ancestors' streams. Those some of those words are your ancestors' words that they weren't able to say or speak or do. So recognize that when you're hearing it to start acting in that. Okay. Anything else for this collective? Top card. Yeah, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about essentially, I like to say, creating a new spirituality, creating a new way of being, a new religion that others also may practice. It's a leader card, essentially. It's the power card. It's this knowing card. And so that is what you are currently cultivating and creating is this leadership powerful energy. Is this knowing you're right in your domain energy and you're walking in that. As somebody literally says in the card, the scripture, it has religion like the doll in a pocket. You are the new creators of new spiritual ways of thinking and being and feeling. So don't question what you're thinking just because it's different. Just because it's not the same, it's not supposed to be. You're the Hierophant. You are the new creator. And not like cult like, but like you think about a lot of these rules that a lot of people follow is just because one person decided to listen to spirit that we all can listen to. Like I said, that's one of your gifts. Listen to spirit and project it and put it out there. Now we all, not all, but hey, look at the Bible, look at the ground, look at the rules, look at the and it's all from one person. Just because they listened and decided to put that out there. They listened to spirit and put what spirit said and thought out there. You're meant to do that. You're leading people. Okay? So that has been your reading pile number 2. Almost got you number 3. So number 3 can also be significant if you were thinking about listening to that one too, or the number 3. But 333 is also about balancing your mind, body, and spirit, spirituality, and opening. So yeah, that can also be significant for you as well. But that is your gift, is to create a new spiritual way of thinking and being because you are so in tune with spirit. Okay? Like, know yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time. Pile number 3. Hope that you are doing phenomenal, amazing, blessed, well, cherished, loved, feeling sexy and radiant. Okay. Um, you have an auric energy. Actually, your gift that needs attention to is your aura. Your aura energy. It's almost like I'm seeing that scene off of Big Mouth where it's the depressed kitty. I'm not saying that you're depressed, but when she comes in, she changes the whole mood, the whole atmosphere, the whole energy, right? I'm also seeing Discord off of My Little Pony where he comes in, he literally changes the environment, the RAM, everything with just a flick of his fingers. And I feel like you don't recognize that your presence, your energy holds such a magnitude that it can shift whole energies, whole vibes. No matter who was in that room before, who's in that room. Like when you walk in, you have this presence about you that is very shifting. Um, it's like I can't wait for them. Some people be like, I can't wait for them to come. Some people like, I don't want them to come. But either way, it's because you know how to stand in this energy, and spirit doesn't want you to step back when other people step back from you. Because when you walk in with confidence, some people can see this cocky. When you walk in and you're speaking eloquently or smoothly, some people call it, manipulative, but you're just charismatic. You get what I'm saying? It's their own perspective of ideas. So they don't want you to take a step back from yourself to analyze yourself in the way that they're analyzing you. They want you to step more forward and repel them. Because the people that actually enjoy that light, enjoy you being yourself, are inspired or respected or also help enhance it, whatever it is, they're going to be able to lead in that way, in that direction with you. And then focus. So you being a, what do they call it? A transmuter? Is that what it's called? It's almost like you're a generator as well. Like you generate energy, you generate a vibe. And you know how to keep, but it's because you keep your own energy, your own essence, your own. I'm seeing somebody laughing at a funeral, and then everybody else starts laughing. It's like they needed that lightedness, they needed that airiness, because the heaviness was way, but it's switched. It's like that's what you're able to do. That's what you're able to set up and cultivate. It's almost like when you didn't take the chicken out and you know your mom coming home, you can feel her presence getting closer. You're like, fuck, I didn't take. It's almost like that, but not in like that type of way. At least let me rephrase that. It will be that type of way for people that are supposed to, but for other people, it's gonna be in a way like, oh my god, it's so refreshing, it's so light, it's so amazing, it's them. If people like that, people will love that. And so I feel like you're figuring out a way to stand in that. A lot of Leo energy, Virgo energy, Aquarius energy, Pisces energy, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, and Cancer energy is coming up very strong. Capricorn energy is coming up strong too. It's this part of yourself where you're able to draw attention without even needing to do anything. You're able to bring in abundance without me having to do anything. And not saying that you don't put in work, not saying you don't do shadow work, not saying you put in time and effort, but it's you. Like you can shift. So you can also be. I think I said transmuter. Transmuter keeps coming up. You're able to alchemize, change the energy. Alchemist. Um, what is it? I like to call them time travelers, where they're able to. Ooh, that's a good one. Where you're able to like pull people into the remembrance of possible hurt, but help them heal that because of you being able to keep them grounded in the present moment. So you can do some type of healing where you're a therapist. Yeah, we got Peanut Pinnacles as soon as I said that they came out. Capricorn energy, like I said, where you can be a therapist where you just being you and allowing them a safe space to, even when they go back to possible hurtful moments, your presence. It's almost gravitational, that Leo energy coming in, where it's almost like no matter, even if we're going in retrograde, any of these things, I'm still, you are the gravitational pull to keep them grounded. So you can do therapy work, spiritual work. Yeah, Three of Swords coming in, you're able to help people heal the deepest parts of themselves and recognize the true aspects of things and see the full climax of it without losing where they are, what they've learned, how they've grew, because you have this very strong gravitational pull. I'm seeing a presence behind me walking up. Yeah, King of Cups energy, Scorpio energy. What did I say? You have this essence about you. You don't need to do much. You're just yourself, and it's still walking in this way of adornment and truth. People wait for you to come. People want their kids to be like you. People want to grow up and be like you, and they're grown. It's this way that you walk in. It's almost like, anybody remember Bubble Buddy? Not Bubble Buddy, like the movie Bubble Boy, I think it was, where he had that big ass bubble. It's almost like that's your aura, that's your essence, that's your presence, that's your frequency, your vibration that you like, and it's, you can see it. It's almost like a field. People can feel it. And so Spirit wants you to recognize that that's a power in itself, where you can come in and shift the room, shift the vibe, which means that you'll always be acknowledged, you'll always be recognized, that 10th house energy, but it's in a way that is respected, that is either loved and accepted or hated and neglected. You know what I'm saying? Right, who needs, that's why I say the people are just like, oh, getting that energy, that's on them. Because that's the gravitational pull that you're having on their energy to help disrupt themselves to get them back aligned. Eight of Swords. You really do help people. You are somebody, like, look at this. This is you. You're the moon. You see how it's this, you have this gravitational pull to make people face everything that they need to face, do what they need to do. And it's just you, your presence. When you say something, somebody goes, when you walk in and you're wearing, like, it's everything that you do. It's like Landrea, Bama Barbie, where she just walks in, people just love her. And she's just her. When she speaks, in a way it's just like, damn, that's, some people hate it, some people love it. She's doing her. And I feel like that's kind of the energy you have, where you're just being you and you're gonna be blessed because of it. People want to be around that energy because of what it pulls in, and also because of what it repels. Because just like the sun, it can burn some shit up if it gets too close. So I feel like you need to really step into that and pay attention to how you can shift that vibe so easily and not take it as a burden. Ashe, it's not a burden. It's just something to be um, magicianed, something to be mastered, something to be worked with, okay? Well, that has been your reading, my darlings, my loves. I love you. Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time.